Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another online session on principles of communication system. We have already 54 people on board. We'll start with the discussion. Right. So last session, it was a recorded session in which we have discussed about the switching modulator, which is a very simple method to generate an AM modulated signal. Right. And I had even asked you to try out something, some derivation part I had asked you to try out. Right. So may I please ask whether you had those who have seen that video, whether they have tried it out. You can type it in chat window, right? Whether you could try, whether you tried out, and are you able to get the result, right? I asked you to just yeah, okay. Saban is telling yes, right? So you others also, if you can say yes or no, or else silence I'll take as a no by default. If it is silence for more than actually what 10 seconds, I'll take it as a no. So right, I request everyone to what try it out again, right? So in today's live session, what we'll do is we'll discuss some of the previous year university questions which were asked from this AM, right? So in last live session, I had conducted a quiz, right? In quizzes, so some of them were finding it difficult. I was not solving out problem by writing it on board. So maybe you people are used to it, right? I was just discussing the question and seeing your response, and then I was actually what trying to give you the solution orally, right? So maybe at least some of you found it difficult, but I just wanted to do that just to know. Like, I've given some homeworks and all those steps. I just wanted to know whether you are able to what catch up with the pace. For that, I did that, and maybe I'll use that result to form teams later on so that we can have some peer learning group. If you feel asking doubt directly to me, it is not like if you can't ask doubt directly to me, maybe you can ask your peers. Maybe I'll use that quiz result to form a team, right? So soon I'll create that team in Canvas, right? So that we can have discussion in between. And one more thing which I wanted to tell is, like I would like to thank everyone those who have participated in that graded discussion. It was a really wonderful discussion. You have come up with right different perspectives of actually what defining frequency and what was the aspect of negative frequency, whether it has got some physical significance or not. Like intentionally, I didn't interfere in that. It was your like platform. You people were discussing, right? I would like to really appreciate everyone, right? Maybe like right. Thank you so much for participating. Even then, some of you could not actually turn in within the deadline. So now, should I just again like unlock that discussion forum for those who couldn't like turn in? Should I unlock the discussion forum again? That's a question. If you say yes, I can do that. I can keep it open. I won't actually want maybe right. So similarly, we can have other discussion threads as well. So if someone can tell me whether such discussions are helpful, so I can tell if you really take part. If you read all the like responses, definitely it is going to be helpful. But I would like to hear from you whether such greater discussions, threaded discussions, whether they are helpful. Are you able to what actually get some new insights? If someone can unmute and tell, that would be really great. So silence again for more than 10 seconds. So I'll take it as a no. You don't want such greater discussions. That's what you feel. Okay, fine. Yeah. So now we'll move on to today's session. As I mentioned, today's session we'll solve some previous year university questions, and next session that will be a recorded session. I will be posting videos on envelope detector and maybe some advantages and disadvantages of standard AM. And in the coming session, further sessions we'll start with say double sideband suppressed carrier AM, single sideband AM, and vestigial AM, right? So that will be the flow. So now, shall we move ahead and discuss the questions? Why I'm not getting any response? Okay, Pratiksha is telling yes. Yeah, so okay, fine. So please do respond. If I ask something, if you can respond, right? So normally even we are struggling to actually fit into this online mode of teaching learning, right? Normally we used to ask something, students used to either nod their head or say yes or no, right? When we are not getting that response, right, we feel like, right, we are missing something. That's why, right, so please try to give some response. You can type it in chat window. Always you can type it in chat window, right? So today we'll try and solve some three problems, right? So first problem is, right, all of you can see the screen. Right now, if you type in chat window, I may not be able to see. Now, if you have to tell something, please do unmute and tell. So I hope all of you can see the screen. So I'll read out the first question. Right, a broadcast AM transmitter transmits 50 kilowatts of carrier power. What will be the total radiated power at 85% modulation? That is the question. Right. So now, if someone can tell me what are given in this question, right? So what is given? Transmitter transmits 50 kilowatts of carrier power. So carrier power is 50 kilowatts, right? So maybe what I'll do is I'll just, right, instead of asking you people and waiting for response, I'll just start writing, right? So if you get such a question, right, what is given as carrier power? I'll write carrier power as PC. Carrier power is given to be 50 kilowatts, right? So carrier power is 50 kilowatts, that is given. And what will be the total radiated power? What we need to find is we need to find total radiated power, PT, right? What will be the total radiated power? And one more thing which is given in question is at 85% modulation. So percentage modulation or modulation factor is 85%, right? If what actually is modulation factor? Modulation factor is nothing but what? Mu into 100. Mu expressed in percentage, right? Mu expressed in percentage, that is modulation factor. So modulation factor is, it is 85. It is 85, what is given, right? So what will be mu then? What will be mu here? Can anyone tell me?
0.85.
It will be 0.85, exactly, right? So mu is 0.85. So given PC and mu, how to find total power, right? So can anyone tell me which equation we can use or how to find this? I'll give exactly, say, 10 seconds. If someone can unmute and tell, or you can type it in chat window.
PT is equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2.
Yes, excellent. Right. So maybe that's what we can use now. Right. So and I had asked you to like derive those expressions. I didn't derive it as such. Right. So I had given it as a homework. Even we have discussed it, but right, we didn't derive. So we can use PT is equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. This is what we can use. So maybe we'll just have a quick recap for those who are not able to appreciate this, those who didn't get how it came. We'll just see how it came, right? So if you remember, what was S of t? S of t is AC into 1 plus mu cos 2 pi Fm t times cos 2 pi FCT, right? This maybe I'll consider like a single tone modulation. This is S of t. So we could like expand it like AC cos 2 pi FCT, right? AC cos 2 pi FCT plus AC times mu cos 2 pi FCT. All of you can read what I'm writing on this notebook. All of you can read this?
Yes, sir.
2 pi FMT. So please excuse my bad handwriting. Right? If you have any confusion, please ask me. Right? So this is AC cos 2 pi FCT plus AC mu cos 2 pi FCT cos 2 pi FMT. So I'm just giving a quick recap as I have given it as a homework. and I didn't ask you to submit. Maybe further when I'm giving homework, I'll definitely ask you to submit it or upload it in Canvas, right? So AC cos 2 pi FCT plus AC mu cos 2 pi FCT, so FCT times cos 2 pi FMT. So now we have actually what? Cos A times cos B. So we can actually what? Expand it, right? Cos A cos B. So what is cos A cos B? So we can write AC cos 2 pi FCT as such. 2 pi FCT we can write as such, right? Plus this cos A cos B will be cos of A plus B by 2. Sorry, right. What is cos A cos B? 1 by 2 cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B, right? So or cos of A plus B by 2 plus cos of A minus B whole divided by 2, right? So it is, we can write it as AC mu by 2. That 1 by 2 I am taking here, right? Cos 2 pi times FC plus FM, right, times T plus AC mu by 2 cos of 2 pi FC minus FM times T. So we have three terms. First term, it is our carrier, right? Second term, we'll call it upper side band, right? So this is our carrier term. This is upper side band and this is lower side band. We have discussed it, right? Carrier, upper side band and lower side band, right? So the total power is actually what? Power in carrier. So what is the power in carrier? So total power I can write power in carrier plus power in upper side band plus power in lower side band. So can anyone tell me what is the power in carrier now? It is AC square by 2. Power in carrier is AC square by 2. In fact, if you are asked to write power delivered to some resistor R, it will be AC square by 2R, right? So AC square by 2 plus what will be power in upper side band? What is the amplitude of upper side band? It is AC mu by 2, right? So what will be power delivered by this upper side band to a 1 ohm resistor? Can anyone tell me?
AC square mu square divided by 8R.
Yes, it is AC square mu square divided by 8, right? Of course, right? Plus the lower side band power also, it will be AC square mu square divided by 8. So if we add everything, what we will get? It is AC square by 2 plus AC square mu square divided by 4. This AC square by mu square by 8 plus AC square by mu square by 8 will be AC square mu square by 4. So now if I take AC square by 2 common out, right? So it will be AC square by 2 times 1 plus mu square by 2. This is nothing but what? PC times 1 plus mu square by 2, right? So this is the equation which we have just, and what is PC? PC is nothing but what? Power in carrier, right? Power, carrier power. PC is carrier power, and upper side band and lower side band power are same, right? That is AC square mu square by 8. So we can use this equation here, right? So to solve this problem, we can use this equation, right? Is it clear? Do you, anyone is having any doubt? Please feel free to ask. Please type yes or no in chat window. Yes means doubt is there, no means no doubt. Can I proceed? So shall we try and solve this? So Tejasri says yes, okay, maybe she's asking me to proceed. Okay, fine. So now what is PT? PT is equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, right? So this is equal to, what is PC? PC is equal to 50 kilowatts, right? So it is 50 into 10 power 3 watts, right? Into 1 plus mu is, what is mu here? 0.85. 0.85 square by 2, right? So can anyone tell me what is the answer? Those who have calculator. So 50 into 10 power 3 into 1 plus 0.85 square by 2. Yeah, please, maybe you can type it in chat window. 68.062. Yes. It's not 68.1. It should be 60. Yeah, okay. Maybe you have rounded it off. So maybe when you have answer, maybe you can write it correct to at least minimum 3 decimal places. Right. That would be a good practice. Why? Because our carrier power will be very high, right, of the order of watts and all those things, right? But upper sideband and lower sideband power will be low. So maybe if you write to 3 decimal points accurately, that would be great, right? So it is 68. The answer is 68 point. Can anyone unmute and tell 68.0? Please.
68.0625.
0625. Yes, 68.0625. What is the unit? It is kilowatts or watts or milliwatts. What is that? It is kilowatts, right? So, right, the total power is 68.0625 kilowatts, right? And this carrier power is 50 kilowatts, and the total power is 68.0825 kilowatts, right? So, if in this question you were asked to find out what is the power efficiency, right? What is the power efficiency? Maybe it's not asked, right? It was not asked in that exam question, but if power efficiency was asked, power efficiency, normally you will write it as eta, right? What do you mean by power efficiency of a AM system? It is nothing but what? Power in sidebands divided by total power, right? So power efficiency will be power in sideband divided by total power. We have told, right? This carrier, it does not contain any information as such. All our information is residing in sideband, upper and lower sideband, right? So the power efficiency will be power in sidebands divided by total power, right? So now power in sideband, we don't know what is it. We'll have to calculate. Total power is 68.0625. So what will be total power in sideband? It will be nothing but what? This total power minus carrier power. If you do, the remaining power will be the power in sideband, right? Yes or no? Yes. So the power in sideband will be 68.0625 divide minus 50, right? So I'll write it here. So it will be 68.0625 minus 50. All these things are in kilowatts, okay? So I'm not writing the unit here. So what is the answer now? What is the power efficiency now? Can anyone tell? Calculate and tell. What is the power efficiency? It's just 18.0625 divided by 68.0625. Please, you can type it in chat window. It's 26.538. Okay, fine. So the answer is 26.538. Right. So it has to be correct. We have seen for a modulation index of 1, the power efficiency will be 33.33. So now modulation index is 0.85, so it can be 26.53. Right. So 26.53. This is a percentage, right? This is in percentage, 26.538%. Or this is one method of calculating. In another way, what you can do is you can use this expression, right? You can find out the sideband power using this AC square mu square by 4, but AC square is not given, right? AC square is not given. So maybe how can we write sideband power in terms of carrier power and mu? How can we write sideband power in terms of carrier power and mu? So P sideband, it is nothing but what? AC square mu square by 4, right? 4. So it is nothing but what? AC square by 2 times mu square by 2, right? Yes or no? What I'm writing is correct? I'm writing about total sideband power. So it will be equal to what? PC times mu square by 2. So you can use this equation also to find out the total sideband power, right? I'm not discussing everything. It's the basic thing is, right, this. You should know how to find out the power contributed by individual components, that is carrier, upper sideband and lower sideband, and remaining everything follows from that, right? But as and when you practice, right, you will be able to remember the end result, right? So I generally won't recommend you to by heart these formulas, right? So if you practice, by default you will remember, right? It's not that you are by hearting the formula, then if, all of a sudden if you like just forgets, you're going to what? Panic in exam and all. So please do remember. But if you are writing competitive exams and all, for instance, if you are preparing for GATE and all those things, right, definitely you should be remembering in the sense, I'm not asking you to what by heart, right? So you should know the way how we got as well as its end result. Then you can do the calculations, everything very fast. And what you will have to do is just substitution and getting answer. For competitive exams where time limit is there, right? But for your exams, your university exams, we do have plenty of time, right? You can always derive it, or you can, right? So I don't want you to remember only the end results. If you can remember, that will be really great, right? But I want you to appreciate how we got this, right? So initially itself, someone told it is PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. So from that we could have written the answer, right? And this power efficiency, we had one more like actually what expression? You remember? Anyone remember that? We have in terms of mu only, we have derived one expression for power efficiency.
Mu square divided by 2 plus mu square.
Yes, excellent. Right, that is also is there. Mu square divided by 2 plus mu square. So can anyone compute this and tell whether we are getting 26.538 only? Mu square divided by 2 plus mu square. This is also like power efficiency, right? So can anyone calculate and tell whether we are getting this 26.538? If you are not getting this, then we'll have to again go back and correct, right? Are we getting this? If you substitute. So Savan is telling yes. Did you say yes for this? Mu square by 2 plus mu square also is giving us same result, 26.538. Yes, okay, fine, wonderful. So what we have learned, it's not wrong, right? So this is about this first problem, right? So if anyone is having any doubt, I'll pause for some 30 seconds. Any doubt in this, please feel free to ask. Shall I continue to the next problem? Yeah, so we'll move on to the next problem, right? So this is the first problem. We'll move on to the next problem. So next problem, I'll read out the problem. Consider a message signal m of t given by 20 cos 2 pi t volts and a carrier signal given by c of t is equal to 50 cos 100 pi t volts. Right. So message and carrier are given. Find the resulting AM wave for 75% modulation. So when I say resulting AM wave, it's nothing but what the time domain expression of AM wave. We have seen that S of t is equal to AC into 1 plus whatever expressions we have seen. That is what, right? So the resulting AM wave for 75% modulation. Sketch the spectrum of this AM wave. Find the power delivered across the load. Right. So first one is writing what is S of t. Right, that is quite straightforward. We have m of t and C of t, and here they have given what is the modulation index. So we can straight away sketch that. That is going to be easy, right? But we have to sketch the spectrum, right? If you have to sketch the spectrum, if you remember, when we say spectrum, we have this right double-sided spectrum, right? The spectm should be like this. We have an impulse at Fc, right? We have an impulse at Fc, right? And one more at Fc plus Fm, Fc minus Fm, right? Then we have one at minus Fc, right? Then minus of Fc plus Fm, minus of Fc minus Fm, and each of this had some amplitude. So we need to find that as well. When you are asked to plot the spectra, right? What are these like magnitudes? That also we have to find. So we should do that. And the next question is find the power delivered across the load. So that is also going to be what easy. We have right these information. So first we'll write down what and what are given, right? So given message signal m of t is equal to 20 cos 2 pi t. It is in volts. So from this what and all we'll get message amplitude am is equal to 20 volts, right? 20 volts. Then what will be FM message frequency? What is? Can anyone tell me what is message frequency in this? Message frequency, as Sanket told, it is equal to 1. So why? Because it is 2 pi f is equal to 2 pi, right? So the standard form was cos 2 pi ft, right? So 2 pi f is equal to 2 pi, which implies f is equal to 1. So fm is equal to 1 now, 1 hertz, right? Fm is equal to 1 hertz. So that much we have from this expression of m of t. Then from c of t is equal to 50 cos 100 pi t volts. So from this we can write straight away AC is equal to 50 volts, right? And what is FC in this? So 2 pi F is equal to 2 pi, so this is Fm, right? 2 pi FC is equal to 100 pi. So which implies what will be FC? FC will be equal to 50 hertz, right? Am I correct? Yes, FC is equal to 50 hertz. Fine, fine. So these things we have. Then our part A. Part A is we need to write the expression for S of t, right? So this S of t of standard AM, single tone AM would be, right? We'll write AC into 1 plus, right, mu AM cos 2 pi Fm t times cos 2 pi FCT, right? So that is what is AC here, or AC is 50, right? So it will be 50 times 1 plus mu was given in first question. In first question, mu was given. Mu is equal to 0.75. It is given, right? So it is mu is 0.75, right? So what is 0.75 into 20? Can anyone tell me, or else I'll write 0.75 times 20 cos 2 pi Fm. So 2 pi Fm, sorry, I'll just, right, what is Fm here? Fm is Fm is 1, right? So it is cos 2 pi t, right, times cos 2 pi Fc is nothing but what? 100, or cos 100 pi t we can write straight away. I'll write cos 100 pi t, right? So anyone has any doubt in how we wrote this? If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll move ahead. Any doubt? How we wrote this? This is the first question. First part is to write the time domain expression for AM. Right. So it is a single tone modulation. Right. So maybe what we can do is this 0.75 into 20, we can write it as a single value. So, right. K. Sorry, this is 1 second. Yeah, did I make a mistake here? Did I make a mistake here? Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake here. Can anyone tell me what is the mistake I made? Yes, it is Ka multiplied by Am, that is equal to mu, right? Ka when multiplied by Am, that is equal to mu, right? So mu as such is given, right? Mu is given as 70.75, right? So this mu is nothing but what? Ka into Am, right? Mu is nothing but what? Ka into Am, right? So this Am again is not needed here. So we can write 1 plus 0.75 cos 2 pi t cos 100 pi t, right? So this mu as such is given. So please keep in mind this mu as such is given. So we don't have to multiply mu with Am, right? So this is not required. This is not required, right? So this mu as such is given 0.75. So maybe we can find out what is Ka, right? So I think such questions were discussed in last session, right? Mu is given, Am is given, how to find Ka. Ka is nothing but what? Mu by Am, right? Ka is nothing but mu by Am. So maybe you can find it out, not a problem, right? So I'll leave it to you, right? So this is the time domain expression. So this 20 is not there, right? So that was a mistake I made, right? So Ka is 0.0, yeah, 0.0375. Okay, fine, maybe, right? So maybe you can calculate it, right? K, it's not asked in question, right? So this is the time domain expression. So please don't make the same mistake which I made, right? So AC into S of t in the expression only I've written mu into Am, right? So it was wrong. It should have been mu cos 2 pi fmt, right? Or Ka into Am cos 2 pi fmt, right? Okay. So now this is the first part, right? So first part, S of t's expression is this, right? And in second part, what is asked? We are asked to sketch the spectrum of this AM wave, right? So next in second part, we need to sketch the spectrum right. So we need to sketch the spectrum. So I'll just move up a bit. Right, for sketching the spectrum, we need the time domain expression. So we know the time domain expression is S of t, right? So I'll just rewrite it. S of t is 50 into 1 plus 0.75 cos 2 pi t cos 100 pi t, right? So maybe what we can do is we can just try and expand this. We'll try and expand this. So it is equal to 50 cos 100 pi t, right? So first 50 cos 100 pi t plus it will be AC, right? 50 into 0.75, 50 into 0.75 cos 2 pi t times cos 100 pi t, right? So we have expanded it. So this is our carrier part. And we have cos A, cos B, right? So again, we have to expand it. So it is 50 cos 100 pi t plus. Can anyone tell me what is 50 into 0.75? 50 into 0.75? Yeah, 37.5, right? So it is 37.5 into, right? Now can anyone expand this cos A, cos B, right? Cos of 2 pi into 1t times cos of 2 pi into 50t, right? So it will be, so by 2 will be there, of course, right? Cos of 2 pi times, right? One we have is fc plus fm. What is fc plus fm here? fc is, what is fc here? Maybe I'll write down what is fc and fm on right hand side, right? fc is 50 hertz. We already found it. fm is 1 hertz, right? fc is 50 hertz, fm is 1 hertz. So fc plus fm will be 2 pi times 51 times t plus cos of 2 pi times cos of 2 pi times fc minus fm will be 50 minus 1, that will be 49 times t, right? So these are the so these are this is our like s of t expression. So 50 cos 100 pi t, maybe we can write it, so 50 cos 100 pi t plus 37.5 by 2, it is, please help me out, 37.5 by 2, it will be, yeah, 18.75, right? So it is 18.75 cos, right, 2 pi times 51t. I'm writing it like this so that it is easy for us to identify the frequencies. fc plus fm and fc minus fm plus 18.75 cos 2 pi times 49t, right? So this is our carrier and this is our upper side band, right? And this is our lower side band, right? So now, do you remember what was the spectrum of cos 2 pi fct? It is, so maybe if we take Fourier transform, if we take Fourier transform of s of t, if we take Fourier transform of s of t, right? So we'll get, right, so this 50 is there, right? This is our AC cos 2 pi fct. So we have already discussed this, so I'll write the result directly, right? So we'll get 50 by 2, right, del of f minus 50 plus del of f plus 50. Please remember, it is a sinusoid, it has only one frequency content, but as we are considering double-sided spectra which has positive and negative frequency, we'll assume it will have equal power. So AC by 2, right, equal power in both negative and positive frequencies, right? So it is AC by 2, del of f minus 50. This will be actually what, a delta function at f is equal to 50 hertz, and this will be a delta function at f is equal to minus 50 hertz, right? So this is the Fourier transform first term, right? Then plus what we have is 18.75 by 2, right? 18.75 by 2, right? Del of f minus 51 plus del of f plus 51, right? And we have one more term, right? That is this f minus 51 will be at 51 hertz in positive side, and f plus 51 will be at 51 hertz in negative side, right? Then plus what we have is 18.75 by 2, right? Then del of f minus 49 plus del of f plus 49, right? So you don't have to derive it all the way. If you remember the final expression, right? So we have already seen this will be equal to what? AC by 2. It will be equal to AC by 2, and this will be FC and FC. This will be equal to mu AC by 2, right? It will be equal to mu AC by 2. This will be FC plus FM, right? So, and this will be FC plus FM, and this will be again mu AC by 2, mu AC by 2. We have seen the standard expressions. If you remember that, you can always use that. Otherwise, even if you don't remember, you can always actually derive it from the basics. Not an issue, right? This is FC minus FM, and this is again FC minus FM, right? So this is our spectrum. Now we have to draw this. That's it, right? So we have all the components, right? We have all the components. We have to draw this. So this is F is equal to 0, right? F is equal to 0, right? Now what we have is we have one delta function at del of f is actually what? A delta function at f is equal to 0. If I say del of f minus 50, that is nothing but what? Delta function shifted right by an amount 50 hertz. So we have a delta function at f is equal to say 50 hertz, and it is weighted. Its amplitude is actually what? 25, right? It's 50 by 2. It's weighted by 25. So it is right. So, and one more we have at, so it is at actually what? 50 hertz, right? And one more we have at minus 50. One more we have at minus 50. Its amplitude also will be 25. And one more we have at minus 50. Its amplitude also will be 25. It is at minus 50, right? So del of f minus 50 weighted by 25 is this, right? Del of f plus 50 weighted by 25 is this one, right? So next what we have is, can anyone tell me what is 18.75 by 2? If you can unmute and tell, right? As I am used, what is 18.75 by 2 again? 9.375. Okay, excellent, right? So this is, I'll write it here. It is 9.375, right? So now this component del of f minus 51 means a delta function at f is equal to 51. So if this is 51, right? So this is del of f minus 51, right? This is del of f minus 51, and its weightage is 9.375, right? And one more what we have is del of f plus 51, right? This is del of f minus 51 that I have drawn here, right? And one more we have del of f plus 51. Del of f plus 51 will be what? At minus 51, right? So this is minus 51, right? So this is del of f plus 51, and again it will be weighted by 9.375. And similarly, these two terms are actually what? At plus 49 and minus 49, right? So at plus 49 and minus 49, and the weightage will be same, or magnitude will be same, 9.375 and 9.375. So this is our, okay, it's plus 49. So this is our FC, right? This is FC plus FM. This is FC minus FM, and this is a negative counterpart. This is minus FC. This is minus FC plus FM, right? This is minus FC minus FM. So this is the spectrum, right? This is the spectrum of the given signal. So maybe we can, right? So this is, say, mode of S of f, magnitude spectrum. Actually, whenever I am telling a spectrum, right, I mean it is magnitude spectrum. We are for the time being, we are not bothered about phase, right? So instead of sine, if it was cosine, right, the phase would have been different, right? I'm just leaving it to you, right? So, okay, fine. So any doubt in this about the spectrum part? We have drawn a spectrum, right? So in exam, if it is asked, you can maybe derive it, right? From the beginning itself, or else if you remember the final expression, you can use that also. But I highly recommend that you derive it so that people will realize, okay, you actually know this, right? So, in any doubt, please feel free to ask. Right? If you don't have any doubt, or maybe I'll give you some 30 seconds to what just we have if found the resulting AM wave, it was AC into 1 plus mu cos 2 pi FMT cos 2 pi FCT, right? Then we expanded it, right? Then we expanded it and we found what's carrier, what is upper sideband, what is lower sideband, right? Then we took Fourier transform of this. We know the Fourier transform of cos 2 pi FCT is half of del of F minus FC plus del of F plus FC. So this is actually what 50 cos 100 pi t or 2 pi times 50 t, right? So when we take Fourier transform of that, it will be 50 by 2 del of f minus 50 plus del of f plus 50. So one will be at plus 50, a delta function at plus 50 and other delta function at minus 50, right? So this del of f minus 50 is this, a delta function at plus 50, and del of f plus 50 is a delta function at minus 50, right? And del of f minus 51 is a delta function at plus 51. Del of f plus 51 is a delta function at minus 51, right? And similarly, del of f minus 49 and del of f plus 49. Also, you have to be very careful about these magnitude levels, right? You have to be very careful about these magnitude levels. You should not make any mistakes, right? So I hope it's clear. Right, now we'll move on to the next part of the question. Find the power delivered across the load of 100 ohm. Right, so now I'm leaving it to you. Right, how to find the, in last problem we found the power delivered, right? So how to find power delivered? How to find power delivered? I'll just, right, so we know PT is equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, right? So mu was given to be 0.75, right? Mu was given to be mu was given to be 0.75. So mu is given, it is equal to 0.75. But what is PC? PC is not given as such, but we can always find out it is equal to what? AC square divided by 2R, right? Where this R is equal to what? 100 ohm, right? You substitute this, first you find PC, right? So I request everyone to what? Find PC and type the answer in chat window, fast. So PC will be equal to AC square by 2 R, right? So please find PC and type it in chat window. Is it 12.5 watts? Okay, we'll wait for others. What is AC? What is AC? AC is 50, right? AC is 50 volt. You can see AC is 50 volts. So I'll just write it here, right? Maybe, yeah. So PC is equal to 50 square divided by 2 into 100. Yeah. So what is this? $50 square will be 2,500 by 100 will be 25 by 2, 12.5 watts exactly, right? So it's correct. So PC will be 12.5 watts, right? So please correct me if I made any mistake, right? 12.5 watts. So now what will be P total? What will be P total? P total will be equal to 12.5 into 1 plus 0.75 square by 2. What will be that? Can anyone give me answer? Quick. It's 16.015, right? Sure. So I take it as 16.015, right? So I just I request you to what to cross check it, right? So total power will be 16.015. So if we are asking you to find what is P USB, what is P lower sideband, right? What is modulation efficiency? All these things you should be able to find out. So what will be P upper sideband? Can anyone tell me what will be P upper sideband? Pass. Also, who's giving answer first? Right. So we have P total is equal to 16.015 and PC is equal to 12.5. So what will be power in upper sideband? That is the question. .757. So Samarth has, Sanket has given answer first. So maybe I'll ask Sanket. Sanket, if you can just unmute and tell how you found out that.
Mu square AC square by 8R, sir.
Mu square AC square by 8R. Okay, that would be fine. Otherwise, what you can do is, you know, total power is 16.015, right? And carrier power is 12.5. So the power in both the side bands will be 16.015 minus 12.5, right? So what is 16.015 minus 12.5? Can anyone tell me? It should be 1.75 into 2. 16.015 minus 12.5. Can anyone please type it in chat window? So 3.5, right? So half of 3.5 will be in upper sideband and other half will be in lower sideband. So in any way, if you do, we are getting same answer, right? Anyway, if you do, we are getting same answer, right? So not a problem. Okay, good, right? Happy that you are able to solve, right? Now we'll move on to the last question. I'll ask you people only to solve it. I won't interfere here, right? So this is the last question. An audio frequency signal 5 sine 2 pi times 1000 t is used to amplitude modulate a carrier 100 sine 2 pi times 10 power 6 t. Assume modulation index of 0.4 and find sideband frequencies, amplitude of each sideband, bandwidth required, total power delivered to the load of 100 ohm. Right. Can you try it out, or do you want me to explain this? Maybe you can just try it out, right? Please try it out. I'll give you say 5 minutes. Please try it out and post the answers A, B, C, and D. While posting answer, you post the answer together, right? Or should I, right? Should I only help you solve it? If I should help, please tell help. Or if you want to give it a try, please type, we will try. Should I help? Yes or no? No one is responding. So I will take, as I told, silent as a no. So I think you don't want help. Maybe you will be trying it out. So Swaroop was telling yes, sir. Okay, fine. So then I can help out, right? So it's again, we have solved similar problem in last session also, right? So we'll see. So an audio frequency signal 5 sine 2 pi ft is used to amplitude modulate. So this is message signal, right? So we'll write down message signal is 5 sine, I'm sorry, 5 sine 2 pi times 1000 t. So it's quite straightforward, right? So AM will be equal to 5. Whatever is given, we'll just write down. AM is equal to 5 and FM is equal to 1000 hertz. Right, AM is 5 volt and FM is equal to 1000 hertz. Right, that's all what we have from this. Right, And carrier C of t is equal to 100 sine 2 pi times 10 power 6 t. So from this we will get AC is equal to 100 and FC is equal to 10 power 6 hertz or 1 megahertz. Right. 10 power 6 hertz or 1 megahertz. This is actually what? 1 kilohertz. Right. So now the first question is sideband frequencies. What are the sideband frequencies? As we know, right, sideband frequencies will be, right, so the single tone AM, like we have the spectrum, I'll consider only positive side, we have spectrum at FC plus FM, that is upper sideband, and FC minus FM, that is lower sideband. So same thing we'll have on the negative side also, right? For convenience, I'm not showing it, right? So this is upper sideband and this is lower sideband, right? So what is F upper sideband frequency, right? That will be FC plus FM, that is equal to 10 power 6 hertz plus 1000 hertz, or else 1 megahertz plus what 1 kilohertz. How can I write it in terms of actually what 1 megahertz? Right. So what will be the answer in terms of megahertz? Can anyone help me out? Can anyone tell me? What is 10 power 6 plus 1k? So okay, Saban has written 1 kilohertz is 1 into 10, 0.0001. So how can I write it in terms of, say, megahertz? So it is 1 megahertz plus 1000 hertz, or 1 kilohertz is how many megahertz? 0.30001 or 0.001? Saban. Yeah, please. It should be 0.001, right? So we can write it is 1 megahertz plus 0.001 megahertz. So it is 1.001 megahertz, right? And similarly, what will be F lower sideband? FLSB will be FC minus FM, so that will be equal to 1 megahertz minus 0.001 megahertz. So what will be that? It will be equal to 0.999. What will be that? 0.999, right? 0.999 megahertz. Is it correct what I have written? Please do correct me, right? As you know, right, it's 1.001, and what is lower sideband? Right, 0.999 megahertz or 0.999 kilohertz, right? Anyway, it is fine, right? So you can write either 0.999 megahertz or 999 kilohertz. Both are same, right? So then amplitude of each sideband, how to find amplitude of each sideband? You know, right, so we have just derived that, right, amplitude of each sideband. We'll just see the problem number 2. There we found amplitude of each sideband. What was the amplitude of each sideband? In the expression for, or else we'll see problem number 1 only, right? In the expression for, what is amplitude of upper sideband? It is AC mu by 2. Amplitude of upper sideband is AC mu by 2. Amplitude of lower sideband is also AC mu by 2, right? So now, Yeah, what is amplitude of each sideband in this problem? Right, I'll directly use that result. Right, what is amplitude of each sideband? Right, amplitude of upper sideband, if I write A USB, it is equal to AC mu by 2, and amplitude of lower sideband is also equal to AC mu by 2. So can anyone tell me what is this? AC is 100 and mu, they have asked to assume it to be 0.4, right? Mu is asked to be assumed as 0.4, so it is into 0.4 divided by 2, right? So this is also 100 into 0.4 divided by 2, right? So maybe I think some of you are confused by seeing this sign, right? If it is sine or cosine, right, it doesn't matter, right? It's actually what a single tone, single frequency. Sine 2 pi fct means it's a sinusoid with frequency fc, right? Each spectrum also will have a delta function. Magnitude spectrum will also have a delta function at plus fc and minus fc, but there is actually what, there will be a factor of j, right? If you consider Euler's equation, cos e power j theta is cos theta plus j sin theta, and we have seen how sin theta can be expressed. Sin theta is imaginary part, right? Imaginary part, it is actually what, e power j theta minus of e power minus j theta divided by 2j, right? So one j will be there. Sorry. So that j, it won't affect the magnitude, but it will actually what, cause a 90-degree phase shift. So maybe you have we can discuss it later further in detail, right? So maybe, right, right, amplitude of each sideband, and what is the bandwidth required? So sorry, I'm taking some extra additional time. It's already 4 minutes late. I'll take 2 more minutes and we'll wind it up, right? So what is the bandwidth required? Can anyone tell me what is the bandwidth required? What is the bandwidth required? So if you see here, right, so the spectrum spans from fc minus fm to fc plus fm. So as it is single tone, we have something like this. But if you remember, for like standard AM, we have seen the spectrum will span from, actually, if we have other frequency components as well, right, fc plus w to fc minus w, or fc plus fm to fc minus fm. So the bandwidth is actually what, either 2w or 2fm, twice the maximum frequency content in message. So answer to the third question is bandwidth required, it is equal to, right, bandwidth required is equal to 2fm, right? So it will be 2 times 1000, right, or 2 kilohertz. That is the bandwidth. And total power delivered to the load, right? So just now we have solved a problem. I request you to what, try out this. Please note down this problem and try out and find out this total power delivered. It is PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. So PC is nothing but what, AC square by 2R, right? AC square by 2R. So I request you to do that. So with that, maybe I think we'll stop this problem solving session. I'll just stop sharing my screen. So do you want to note down this question? So Sherwin has told 2FC, it's not 2FC, it is 2FM, right? Maybe I think you have meant to say 2FM, right? Okay, fine. So these were some of the problems which were asked in university exams, right? And if you are preparing for GATE, you can expect such questions. Also, you may get actually what, multi-tone modulations question, right? That as an additional problem we'll solve, right? Later we'll solve. Like instead of single message, we can have multiple message with carrier message frequencies FM1, FM2, etc. Right? With each having individual modulation index. So how to find the total modulation index, what is the total power, all those things we'll do later, right? So maybe for the time being, I'll just stop sharing, right? I request you to try out the last part, that is total power delivered to the load, as a homework, right? So okay, Yeah, that's it for so that's it for today's session. Right now, maybe we'll spend some 3-minute time to take up if any questions or doubts you have. Yeah, please. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask. Right. Meanwhile, I request those who have not gone through the video of switching modulator, please watch that and also try out the switching modulator simulation in Multisim live. And also, I have made a MATLAB code to visualize the spectrum of a single tone AM. Right. So please try out that as well. Already you are using MATLAB for DSP lab. Right, so I don't think from my side much guidance is required. Right, so I tried. You can try it in MATLAB online. Right, you can try it in MATLAB online. So it's a simple code which uses a DSP toolbox. Right, so maybe you can try it out. Right. So yeah. So if any doubt, please ask. Any doubt? If no doubt, please say no. Please type it in a no if you don't have any doubt so that I'll get an assurance. I can see only, oh yeah, 2 no's I could see. So, okay, now should I believe no one has any doubt? Right. Okay, yeah. So maybe thank you so much for joining. Right, so I've taken some 10 extra minutes, not 10 exactly, because initially we waited for some 5 to 7 minutes. Right. So yeah, okay. So thank you so much for joining. So next class will be a recorded session. I'll be posting a video on envelope detector and advantages and disadvantages of AM. Right. So before that, you finish. Watch. Well, Samarth has typed 9.5. I didn't get what was that. Samarth, what is that 9.5? Yeah, okay. So thank you so much for joining. You can leave the meeting. Right. Savan is telling SGPA.